Hey everybody, welcome to our live stream today on YouTube. It's great to see you. Hey Doug, how are you doing?
I am good. I'm in Southern Cal now, Deb. I was in
I
Northern Cal yesterday.
you keep getting just a little bit closer to me, just a little bit closer. You're almost here.
I'm getting there. You
I
know,
hope so.
but I realized coming back through LA yesterday why I hate LA.
Yeah.
And I hit it. I thought I had a good time, but that traffic is unbelievable.
No, and I think we talked about it. There is no good time to go to drive through LA. It's one thing if you're going to some kind of event in Los Angeles, you can get through the getting there and then the getting home. But if you're just trying to get through the city,
Right.
I mean, that
Oh,
can take hours and hours and hours to go from the north end to the south end or vice versa.
yeah, it was about 2.5, 3 hours yesterday. It was
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. And then I had the realization, Deb, that everybody that was on that freeway moving at 6 miles an hour,
Yeah.
okay, should be trading crypto with us and getting out of that.
Right? That's exactly what they should be doing. Yes.
I, I, they should be buying other verse, take $500, $1,000, buy other verse, and then a year from now they could retire potentially and
Right.
not have to make that commute anymore. Because you think about, they at least got two and a half, at least 2 hours, maybe 2.5 plus hours in the morning and 2.5 hours back at night. That's 5 hours a day of their life gone.
Yeah.
I hope they like listening to music or books on tape because
Yeah.
it's a complete loss.
Yeah. It would have to be
Yeah.
books. Books. It'd have
So
to be books for me. I
yeah. So they
love
need
doing
to
that
start
myself.
trading crypto with us.
Yes. Yes, we need to. Okay, so are you going to be going, when are you going to be going through LA again?
I should just start commuting the roads with a big sign in the back of my car.
Exactly. You're going slow enough. You can just, toss
Flyers out, hand
flyers
cards.
out to them, right? Right?
That's a good job for Mary. I could hang her out the window
Right? Yes.
and cards.
Check this out. You gotta come trade. Get out of this mess, this
Rat,
concrete jungle.
that is a true rat race
Yes, it is.
for
Yeah.
sure. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's have fun today.
Yeah, so I understand we're going to do a little bit of trading. We're going to have a look at some of your grids and make some decisions today.
Yeah, and we said we were going to do something today, and you reminded me. I said I was going to do Mines of Delarnia.
Yeah, we were going to have a look at Mines of Delarnia and make some decisions about going forward, right?
Yeah, so we're going to look at Mines of Delarnia, and I think the other one we're going to look at is Dot today. So let me see if I can get Zoom up here and share my screen, and we'll make it
Excellent.
a kind of a quick day here and
Excellent.
have fun.
I love it.
Make some money. Stay out of LA. So, okay. All right. I'm sharing, right?
You are sharing your screen. I can see it.
Okay. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is go to my mid wallet and confirm I do have a little bit of cash here and I want to deal with Dot. So we're going to go back to the grid view here and I'm going to go down and look at Dot. I think Dot's a great project, great utility. I think it's just getting hammered a little bit like the rest of the market now, which,
Yeah.
like we talk about, Deb, really creates a wonderful opportunity for us.
Yes.
And we love this time in the market. So, um, and it amazes me how people, we're working with a marketing company that doesn't want to market right now because the market's down. And in my mind, I think they're stuck just like everybody else is. People get fearful of the market, they leave the market in the very time that they should be getting more excited about the market because the opportunity is greater for them.
Right.
Everybody has it backwards and they need to wake up. They need to do the Warren Buffett, right? Get greedy when the market is fearful, get fearful when the market's greedy. They really need to understand that. So
Yeah,
anyways,
I heard this morning, I can't remember who I was, I think it was Wendy O I was listening to, and she said, real genius are the ones who can sit back and relax when everybody else is panicking. The real
right,
genius is, and you know, something else she said, it's just what you say all the time too. If you, if you, if it's dropping and it looks like a good price and you want to get in, dollar cost average in, get a
right.
little bag of your crypto. And then if, if you don't end up getting in at that moment, it's not a big deal. Real
No,
genius is being patient and not panicking. Yeah.
right, right. And even if, and here's the thing that, and I'm glad you said all that, Deb, because here's the thing that causes people to panic is the fear of missing out, right?
Yes.
They think it's going to take off, and if they're not in, the market's always going to have corrections. It's always going to have dips. It's always going to cycle. It just the way the market is. And so, you know, whether it's Bitcoin or other verse or other tokens, there's always going to be an opportunity just to look. Yeah, all you got to do is just look, right? And
Yeah.
so you got to be in the market to look. And so, anyways, we're going to do dot. And one of the things is really believing in the utility too. So, you know, if you don't know what dot is, you need to go out and look at the people behind dot and stuff. It's a phenomenal coin, I think, with long-term utility and viability for the marketplace. And if you have that, then kind of gives you a little bit more confidence where you can do what you're talking about, Deb. Just relax. You
Yeah.
know, you don't have to be so stressful about it. So,
Right.
all right. I have two trades. One I have already cost average. I can see that this one's quite a bit larger than here, and I can click on it and I can see that I did cost average $75 on that coin or on that trade.
Your
That
original
that
trade was 12.50. That's good
Yep.
to note. So you put quite a bit on that second trade in there, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And so we're gonna do similar here. I'm at 39 negative with fees. We're gonna see if we can get this down a little bit closer to the market. And I'm going to add to this one too. And I'm going to show you guys what happens when you add a lot and when you add a little. Okay. And I'll talk about that with this one here in just a second. But the first one we're going to focus on is this one here. Okay. And I'm going to go simply here. I'm not going to turn on the auto cost averaging because with the market fluctuating the way it is, I'd like to be in control of that. I could decide to set a deep trade with auto cost averaging. Then if the market gets down deeper and it takes that trade, great. But doing it this way, I can let the market drop and see if it bounces, see if it finds a barrier, and then I can make the decision. So either way, you can do it. You know, it's just a personal preference on how you want to do that. Completely auto. It's, you know, you turn it over and you just cost average as it drops and probably then use less amount each, you know, use a smaller amount than what I'm going to do here, but then you do it more often as it drops, right? So that you're truly cost averaging in as the market's dropping down. Here, I'm taking advantage of bigger drops and then coming in with slightly more so that I get my cost average to move down deeper quicker, right? If it truly gets down to a deep level where I think it's going to channel out, then I may turn on the auto cost averaging. Once it finds that channel, let it pick up an additional trade and maybe work its way out of those trades that way. Okay, so I'm going to do a manual here. I clicked on my three dots here. That is for this trade right here, the three dots that are related to it. I'm going to hit manual trade here. I'm going to do a pledge of $60 here. And I'm going to do it at current market. I'm going to do my 2FA, as
Your
we call
original
it.
trade was $12.50, and you are adding to that original trade another $60, which is going to cost average that original Down quite a bit.
And you think I'm 39% down, right? So my normal cost average is around 15 to 20%. And I would have done around probably $30 a trade, a little bit more than double what my original trade was. So at this level, I would be $60 in anyways, but I would have done 30 up here and then 30 down here, which would have given me a slightly less cost average, right? It wouldn't have moved my price down as deep because I would have cost averaged my first 30 up higher. Now I'm combining what would have been those two trades at a much deeper price and getting more for my money, Deb.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah,
okay.
I love it. Patience.
Patience. Didn't she say that's genius?
Yeah, and this took patience to not run out and as the market was falling and, quickly add to the trade, right? I mean,
Right. And that's what everybody does. They add way high, right? And then they've got so much money up so high, they run out of money to really take advantage of the better buys down
exactly.
low.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was on dot, and I was 39% negative. Now I'm 9% negative.
Oh, that's great.
I like that.
I like that.
Okay. Now I want to talk about this one just a little bit. Okay. So let's look at this trade. Okay. I want to view on chart. I'm going to click this. So it turns that dot supposedly yellow, and we're going to see it. If I can get it back here somewhere, wherever it is. All right.
Try hitting it one more
Oh,
time
there.
while we have it.
Here. Are we all the
It
way?
back all the way over there.
No, we got out of those in profit. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time. Maybe chart view. And maybe, there it is.
There it is.
Okay. So I'm going to put a line kind of through the center of that. Okay.
And you can see where that dropped from originally. You can see where that yellow trade at one point is where that 10, yeah, whatever color that is, that was the original trade. That's where it was filled. And then you cost averaged it to drop it
Cost
down.
average right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can see it dropped the price to there. And it had tried, it just couldn't quite get enough to get it out in profit. If
Yeah.
I'd cost averaged here, we could have probably got out in profit. That's okay. Just got more for my money.
Yeah.
But when I cost averaged this one, and this is what I'm talking about, being too, too high, too much too high. I'm going to kind of give an example. This dropped about 22% when I cost averaged it. Okay. I cost averaged it down here, 24% deeper. It dropped about 22%. So I'm going to cost average this again, and my price is right here. So I got the blue line on it, and I'm going to simulate that I need to cost average, Deb, but I'm running out of money. And this is really hard and I need to get in. So I'm going to cost average with whatever I can. And I see what I can.
And when you go back, will you take a picture in case it refreshes out your blue line?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I have $62 in my account. I don't want to use all of it, Deb, even though I have more I can take out. But again, we're simulating the problem, right? That people feel when they go through this. And it's going to make me hit the dots again. No, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm at, let's just say 6.44, Deb, price. 6.44. Okay.
6.44.
Okay, and the first time I did this, it dropped me 22%. Okay. I'll hit dot here and see all the lines. So it's this one here. No, it's this one here. Blue line, 6 foot. Look at that last cost average. Look what it did. I love it. Okay,
Pretty.
6.44. Okay, let's go down here, and I'm out of money. Market's dropped. I spent too much too soon, whatever, right?
So
So
depressing, Doug.
I know it. So I got $60. I need to save a little bit for it. So I'm going to say I'm willing to cost average 35 of my $60, and I'm going to do it at current market, and we're going to see how much that drops us, right? And it won't drop us as much because we're already over $100 in. So that $35 is going to have less effect to pull that down because it has a lot of money in comparison to the $35. Not a lot of money, but in comparison to the $35, it's a lot of money to try to pull that down. And we're gonna see how that looks and works. Okay. So here we go. 5, 3. Now it's 31% negative here. 31. Take a screenshot of that. Oh, I was a little late. Okay, so dot now that second trade went from 31 to 23. It's a little better, but I went from 39 to 8.
Right.
I was able to use more money because I saved my money. I was patient, so I had more money to use. That's the example here, right? And that being patient really pulled that 39% down to 8. Well,
Right.
in the other example, I got in, I really did get in at a good place. And if I was really trading this right, I would have traded more money to pull it down. But I wanted to teach the example
Right.
of what happens when I may have gotten in a little too heavy and now I have less to work with. That pulled the 31 only down to 23. So it did help me a few points, but it did not help me anywhere near what this did.
Right.
Okay. So great examples, but in both cases, and you can see where the blue line was here. Let's refresh this. I was at 6.44. I'm gonna click on this. Let me refresh my chart. Dot. Uh-oh. You can see I was at 6.44. Now I'm at 5.76. The nice thing is, it helped me some, okay? Not a ton, but at the 5.74, if I get back up to the base here, I don't have to make it back up to here. 6.44 was at the top
Right.
of the
Right.
prior barrier.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the bottom of the prior barrier. If I get anywhere in that range, and let's see what that range is. Yeah, I could get out with some profit.
Right.
Is it as good as being down where our other one moved us to, where we get any movement at all, we're going to be in profit? No, but that's okay. It's trading. It just puts me where I am. And down here, I get any movement back to the prior. Now we have the wick low here, but the prior base that we broke is right here I get anywhere bouncing off of this resistance, anywhere towards that, I'm going to get this trade, this blue line, out in profit. Okay. So
I like that it dropped where you had an original cost average. I like where it dropped your new price down below your first time you went
oh,
into cost average. That's kind of fun.
right. I was at 39
Hmm.
and now I'm down in a really, really good range. So really
Yeah.
exciting. So, all right. Mine's a Delarnia. Okay. Uh, I had 2 trades in Mines of Delarnia. I've already moved one of them over to USDT because I want to go out and be able to buy more Otherverse with it. It's not that I don't believe in Mines of Delarnia. I do. I think it's a great project. Potentially, it's a great game. I think ultimately this would come back if I cost averaged it. Some more. I could probably get it to come back. I can see that it's already been cost averaged once with an auto cost average. Okay,
Mhm.
and I could leave the auto on. I'm going to turn it off here, and I could cost average more and bring this trade down and ultimately get out in some profit. I want to take advantage of Otherverse still, and I'll give guys and everybody an early warning. I believe Brian's getting close to the point where he's sold enough tokens that I don't think, this is just a think at this point, it's not a confirmed, that it's going to be available much longer. Okay.
The
Uh,
the extra tokens or tokens at all?
Tokens at all.
Oh, okay. Good
Okay.
to know.
Yeah. So I had my son call Candace yesterday. I said, get in gear, dude. Get it done. And
Hmm.
so he was supposed to get a hold of Candace yesterday and make that happen. I don't know if they got it done yet, but the time just time is clicking for sure. And it's not going to be nearly as long as we thought before I think that is shut down. That's
Okay.
just rumor right now, but I do know some of the things that are being talked about, and I do think that is heading our direction much sooner than we thought it was going to head our direction.
All
Okay.
right. So fair warning, guys, the pre-sale for Otherverse tokens is coming to a close sooner than what you thought. So get on out there and get your tokens if you haven't done so already. Thank you for
Right.
that heads up, Doug.
Yeah. And your friends and family, like I told my son, I was just with them. I said, you got to make it happen. Right. Because I did the calculation on $100, $1,000, it can be life changing. So
Yes.
for a lot of people. Yeah. So all right, I'm going to move this to Otherverse, right, which is
So,
going to move it to USDT inside nSights Deb.
yeah. So Candace did say that she is meeting with Mike this evening.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Candace.
Mhm.
Okay. And so I'm going to move this to here. You got to put a impact here. Just put 2. Okay. I don't know why they don't default it to 2, but they want you to state an impact. There is really no impact because it's pre-sell. So anyways, I
That's
really
actually
need to,
showing us the it won't go any higher than 2. It'll stop out if it's above 2, and we've preset it at 2. Everybody's at 2. For
right. And in a pre-sell, there is no price impact. So, we have it here for other coins in the future, but we'll do this here now. Okay, so let's say yes.
But Doug, I'm sorry to pull on this thread, but that applies to Mines of Delarnia.
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you. Minds of Delarney. I'm so focused on other verse.
Right, right, right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Minds of Delarnia may have a price impact.
Yeah, the
So
coin you're
true.
trading out of may have an impact. Yeah, of
Thank you, Deb.
course.
And it does have an impact often. Okay. All right. So I have no trades here. I have no lines, nothing going on here. Everything has been moved out to USDT. And we'll type in USDT here.
There it is.
And I have $133.65. And so I'm going to withdraw this. I'm going to connect my wallet here, which is the one that ends in EF5. So I'm going to connect MetaMask. No, you can't see my password, but I'm going to pause it anyways. I don't even like people to know the number of letters and numbers. I think I did that right. I don't think I did that right. You know, you type and you think, did I hit that letter? Did I hit
Right.
that number?
That's why I say it out loud every time. So I
That's
can hear it back and realize, oh, I did miss something, right? But on
very
a
smart
live
of you,
call, that's
Deb.
very dangerous.
Very, very smart of you, Deb. Let's see here. All right, I want that one. I think that is the right wallet. Yes, on a live call. Yeah, everybody wants to know Deb's password. Just hang on here a little bit. We'll make sure you get it. Okay. All right, I'm connected. I'm going to share my screen again.
Awesome. All right, so let's just, for those of you who might not, you know, hang around us very often, when he clicked on the button that said convert to Otherverse, what nSights is doing really is it's converting whatever coin you have to USDT, but it's giving you a tracking system so that you can, because it was negative, right, Doug? So it's giving you
Yes.
a tracking system that you can leave nSights, go buy your pre-sale Otherverse tokens, but then come back in and let nSights know how many tokens you bought against that trade, and it's going to follow you back up into profit. We're trading out our negative trades. Some people who want to do that are trading out their negative trades. They're buying Otherverse, and we're tracking them back to profit right here inside of nSights.
See,
Yep,
track that
there it is.
negative number right here, right?
There it is.
So that's, and the amount of UTHIX, Otherverse tokens, I'm going to put here when I go out and buy. I'll know that quantity, right? So
Right.
I'm going to now go to
And so what I do on this page, just so you guys know, where it says USD converted, that's how much I got out of my Mines of Delarnia tokens. That's how much USD or USDT that I got for that. So I'm going to be looking at that number and taking that with me over to Otherverse and making sure that I'm covering that. So maybe $134 in USDT is what I'm going to use to buy my Otherverse tokens so that I'm covering this trade, at least covering this trade.
and you can see I have 133 here. Okay, and in my MetaMask, I'm not going to do that. My MetaMask in USDT, I have 73 here. I haven't moved that 133 over. So I have extra money here to play with, like Deb is saying, if I want to cover any of the fees, I can do that here. If you don't want to cover the fees, right, you do just the amount that you got, that 133, then that'll actually set up the actual amount that you need to go up to get actually in profit without putting in the money for the fees. Either way, it's going to go up way more than the fees ever were. So if you cover the fees, that's fine. You'll have a little bit more money to make more profit with, which is wonderful. If you don't cover the fees, then you'll track that true negative number and it will go up to a level that it's not going to matter. The fees are so minor, it's not going to matter either way. But from Deb's standpoint, she really wants to maximize her return. So she's making sure she covers those fees so she gets as much tokens as she possibly can, which is wonderful, right? So, okay. So we're there. And okay, so I got to go back to my mid wallet here. I'm in my mid wallet. I've connected my MetaMask. I'm going to do USDT is right here. I'm going to hit withdraw. I had 70 some odd dollars in there when we started, right? I'm going to withdraw everything. I don't need any of the USDT in here. And sometimes I back out a
It'll
little bit.
go. It'll go. Try it. Try
It'll
it.
go. All
Yeah,
right.
let's try it.
I usually back out dust, but Deb is
I'm
saying, go for it,
I'm
Doug. Have
hammering on
faith.
them all the time that I leave no dust behind. So I want to make sure
No dust.
that this is working as
Okay,
expected.
you guys heard Deb say, I'm hitting it. All right, here we go. No dust.
No
It'll
dust
come up,
left
ask you to
behind.
confirm. Confirm it. All right, Deb. It's all on you. Oh, she was right.
Boom.
Bam. Deb, there's always
All right.
look at that. Deb.
207.
Ooh. All right. So 133 around. So Deb said 134. I'm going to do a Deb. I'm going to do the 134 when I go out and buy my tokens.
All right.
And and I'm going to go to other verse here. I'm going to click on the access presale. Oh no. So I been in here before, so I missed the opportunity to get the additional tokens. If you were on my Saturday call and I showed you a way to maybe get around that a little bit, but I'm not going to do that on the live call here. So I'm going to actually just take what I get, which is still an absolutely phenomenal buy because I don't think we're going to get to the next two rounds. I think it's going to go away. So I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a mount. Well, because I'm getting it at 5.5, I'm going to do a little bit more. No, I'm going to do this two ways, Deb. I'm
Okay.
going to do $134, right? And that tells me I get this many tokens. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that. So I know, okay. That's an important number to have, okay. And I'm going to complete purchase. It wants me to connect my wallet first.
Oh, whoops. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I wasn't paying attention to that.
She usually doesn't let me get away with that. And I'm connected to the right wallet. There it is. I'm going to hit next, hit confirm. And I'm going to hit complete purchase. Last thing I was doing was connecting the wallet. Now I'm confirming the purchase. Going to hit confirm. Transaction complete. First thing I'm going to do, okay, is go back over here. And I'm going to go to that trade. And
There it is.
Mines of Delarnia is here. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit this. And I'm going to remember my number 2436.36. Well, we'll just have to leave it up. All right, I'm going to hit add number of tokens.
2436.36. Oops. You need to back up.
I need to get rid of that 0.
Yeah.
2436.363 what? 364.
36364. So just 64.
Price, I got it at 0.055.
Yeah, and your tokens actually ended in a 4 if you care to be that.
It ended in a 4?
Yeah, it was 36364.
I do care. Every fraction counts.
Yeah.
Okay, add tokens. It'll add them here. And where did it put mines at Delarnia now? Back here. Okay, so it's tracking basically, you know, how much I got to go up. And we're tracking this number, right? Because this was the original buy was 199 and I got 133 out of Mines of Delarnia, so I'm short, right? Some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to pre-sale. And I'm actually going to well, I'm not going to log in because I got to bring up the password and stuff. I'm going to stay here. If you have a back office, log in and it tracks it there. Here, it's going to track it in my sales portion of my back office, and I'm going to see me making a sell to myself, okay? But here, I'm going to click on this again, and I think I got a little bit more money there, so I'm going to add another $30 or 500 and, well, that's an easier number.
5454545. You're coming up with some interesting numbers this morning.
I
What's
am.
going
I
on
should
with that?
gotta go out and play the lottery or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, I'm connected already. I'm going to hit purchase here. Okay. And I want you guys to see what I do here so I can track this second buy. I'm going to do it in a unique way so it's much more trackable. Okay. So I completed that almost. It's going through, went through. Okay. So now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go create here. I'm going to hit create, and that create, I'm going to hit it is it's UTHX. It is
UTHX.
capital UTHX.
Yeah.
And the number of tokens I got was
545
5.4555.
Nope,
No,
45455, I think.
55. Yeah, like that.
45455.
And the price I got it at was 0.055. Okay. About $30 worth pledged. That was correct. And the negative position I'm going to put at 0.05, which would cover some fees. It should be probably, yeah, cover fees and stuff. So I'm not positive yet. I slightly set it at a negative just to cover the fees, and I hit submit. Okay.
Oh, you have to do 0 point.
Yeah, I got to do 0 before that.
Yeah.
There we go. Now hit submit. Now I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do. Okay. There's the UTHX purchase that I just did at $30. Okay. I'm going to select this and I'm going to go to page 2 and I've got Mines of Delarnia selected. Okay. I'm going to let's see here. Where is it doing that? Hang
Where
on.
did the cost average button go?
Let me go back to the previous page. Let me refresh.
It's going to create the cost average button
This one?
seems to be evading.
And this one?
It's automatically, look at, it's got you connected to Litecoin. It's automatically selecting stuff, Doug. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna reset and clear. Okay, I'm not selected. Okay, so let's select Mines of Delarnia. Previous. Well, guys, I will show this on Friday because they have removed the button. Now this is off.
Yeah, it has to be next to create. It's got to be at the top of the screen, right? Because it can't, you gotta be
I
able to.
apologize, guys. I will do this on Friday. I will create the cost average. Here's the problem,
There it
Deb.
is.
So here's the problem is because it's on a different page, it's not allowing me to do the cost average.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'll get
So we
that.
found a little bug, guys. It's okay. So because this is on page 1 and this is on page 2, it's not giving me the cost average button.
All right. We'll have them fix that. But in the meantime, go to page 1 and let's try to sort them so we get them both on the same page. Just so we can finish this. How about, yeah, any of them, just to see if it pops onto the same page.
Not that. There we go.
There it is.
Okay, so we do have the recording, Deb, to send them to show them that
Yes.
little
Yep.
bug.
I will send
Okay.
it. Here we
And
go.
so here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to cost average these together so that this 133 now will become $30 closer to the 199. So now when the coin goes up, it's going to be much easier for me to get into profit, right? So I'm going to hit cost average here. Yes, I want to cost average those two together. Okay, and then if I go now to my cost averages here, it did a double. So we got to fix that again. So it should be just one. That's why I thought it was kind of weird that it went up so high, but it will now track my cost average, the one that I bought, instead of just adding the amount to this token, which I could do. I like being able to see my cost average number separately, and it still combines it to the token. Okay. So it makes it much easier for me to know what my money's doing for me. So we have two corrections for the programmers. Exciting. We have a double here. Unless they just want to give me that, Deb, as the programming team.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd take it. And fix the on the second page. But anyways, guys, I wanted to demo that. This should be about 160 something. Not and you can see how my target also changed because I added money.
Right.
But it'll make it much easier to get into profit by adding that cost average to that trade. All
Love
right,
it.
Deb, back to you.
All right. Well, excellent. That was great. I'm really excited. Just a real quick reminder, everybody. Doug gave us a little information about the potential that pre-sale for Otherverse is going away soon. So please make your list of everybody that you plan on blessing and get out there and make your purchases. Also, don't forget, if you use the link by going to nSightsDeFiTrader.io, and there's a link there that takes you to the pre-sale for Otherverse. It's under Otherverse. If you use that, you get extra tokens from Doug and Peter, who are graciously giving away some of their tokens. And if you already have an nSights account, then just use the button that says pre-sale, like Doug's been using today in the demo, and that'll also get you out to the right link. If you haven't bought anything in round 2 yet, you're going to see that flash sale. You're going to have 1 hour from the time you click on that page to put your purchases in and get extra tokens from Brian Schuster. So lots of exciting stuff going on over there. Please go get your tokens. Also, if you haven't been watching our YouTube and you don't know anything about Otherverse, please go back to past lives on this account so that you can learn about this project and why we're so excited about it. Of course, there's no guarantee in anything in life, right? So don't spend money that you can't afford to lose ever in trading. We never do that. And this page is for education purposes only. So we are not rocket scientists. We are geniuses, though. We're geniuses.
Right.
So we're not financial advisors, guys. This is for educational purposes only. Want to give a shout out to everybody that joined our call. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Candace. Kenneth Parr was here. Gary was here. Thank you guys for supporting us, and we're excited to see you again on Friday. Doug, have an excellent, excellent rest of your time with your family.
Thank you, Deb. Yeah. Yeah. And if you guys need anything, reach out. We're here for you.
Excellent.